So welcome everyone to the BrickTech Live late night radio show. This is a show that I go into with really no expectation of anything, nothing planned. It's just something that we do every once in a while here. These tend to be my favorite live streams because the chat pretty much determines where we take this, and it usually turns into something that's really cool, and it's all because you guys make it awesome. I'm trying to determine where to start this at, and that's what I was trying to figure out there for a second. I'm thinking maybe we should just talk about Philly Brickfest, and if you're wondering, I'm sure it was very clear in the videos. We had a great time. This is the first of many that we're going to go to, and I think it's going to get better and better for us each year as Clarkman gets a little bit older and can do more activities. In this case, I would say his favorite thing that we did there was definitely the Duplo zone, the Duplo area, like the whole play area there. It was really, really fun for little kids to get into. Clark also loved the glow zone, didn't want to leave that. We kind of just, we weren't there for a whole lot of time. We were there for maybe 3 hours or so, but we kind of went through the whole thing, and there was so much more there. I could have probably stayed there all day, but when you're going with, a wife and your kid, I knew it was kind of be like that, and I'm glad we were able to spend as much time there as we did, and we got to see everyone, and Clark had a blast. It was fantastic. So next year might be a little different. I'm thinking about doing the whole 4-day thing. I want to be a part of it. I don't want to just be a spectator that goes for one day. I want to be there. I want to do all the fun stuff that I got to see everyone else do. When am I doing the ship in the bottle? Asked Kyle, my one of my favorite nephews. Soon. We're going to be, me and Mrs. Brickteck are going to be building the Ninjago movie set Destiny's Bounty here coming up this weekend. We almost started it last weekend, but there was another thing that happened that will be revealed on Greg's World. Make sure you guys are subscribed there. There's some epic stuff happening very soon. Anyone that knows, don't spoil it for him. I wonder how tall you are. You look 7 feet plus in some vids. Or is it the magic camera? No, I'm only 5'10". I'm not 7 feet tall. Thank goodness. Yeah, we had such a good time though. It was so cool. But yeah, that's the next live stream build, the next big one. I'm going to do the ship in the bottle. Probably do that as a solo build, I imagine. I'll probably do that here some evening. It'll probably be a couple nights, I would think, because it's a good number of pieces. But man, that set looks fantastic. Am I getting Nexo Nights? No, I have no plans to. I'm not saying it's a bad theme. It's just, it's one that I haven't really had much interest in. And like when I sit down to think about sets that I want, there's no Nexo Nights set that really comes to mind. I have had a lot of people tell me, going back to Brickfest, I've had a lot of people say that they're thinking about going next year or they wish they could have gone this year. I really think it's worth it. Like I said in my video, if you live in a decent distance away, like if you can commute there, I don't know if I would fly in for it because flights are expensive. But if you can drive there, I don't know if I would be like Brickstar and drive from Georgia to Pennsylvania to go to it. But if you live in surrounding states like that border Pennsylvania, or if you live in Pennsylvania, I really recommend it. It's a good time. I think what made it a good time, and this is why I'm reluctant to maybe go to some other events like this, is the people that are there. It's like meeting people that I think is definitely the best part. I mean, the events and things are cool, but making those connections is what's really awesome. Oh, thank you for subscribing to Greg's World. You won't regret it. That's where the content's going to be really pumping out here going forward. Summertime, spring and summer, and somewhat into fall becomes my awesome times on Greg's World, and this year especially. I think this is going to be our best year that we've ever had, considering that the whole family is going to be off all summer together. So the only thing that's really limiting us in terms of what we do is our imaginations, I guess, and finances somewhat. But we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. I'm going to be documenting everything there. I love documenting my life, and I love capturing all these moments that I can save for later. I think I'm sort of like a borderline, like if there's such thing as a hoarder for videos, that's me. I like to record everything, and I would record constantly if I could. I have this on in the background while I'm working. That's a great idea. I recommend if you are watching this, I don't know if I'd watch it. I'd listen to it. This is more of a podcast than it is a radio show, or than it is a video. It's a radio show. There we go. Finally made it to radio show. Yeah, I started this one a little early. Usually it's a little bit later than this. Sometimes it starts as late as like midnight and goes into the early morning radio show in reality. But I thought I would just jump on here for a little bit and see where this goes. Do I have any big trips planned for the summer? We don't have anything reserved yet. I know we definitely want to go to the beach at least once. We may go to the beach twice. What else were we going to do? We've been talking about doing a lot of things. I mean, I'm hesitant to reserve things that depend on the weather because I don't want to get rained out. We're definitely going to be going to Strasburg in Pennsylvania to see the Day with Thomas. Clark is going to just lose his mind at that. It's where you get to ride in a realistic Thomas train that's modeled after Thomas. So that's going to be something. I just really want to take advantage of everything. I'd like to do some camping. I'd like to do some traveling, things like that. Lego Freak mentions Outer Banks. I'd like to go to Outer Banks. I'm trying to determine how far I want to go to the beach because I've been to New Jersey beaches. The furthest south that I've been is Ocean City, Maryland. But I thought about going a little bit further south than that, especially considering we have unlimited time. We could really, I could go to a beach in New Jersey and then we could just keep going down further and further south until we could go to Florida if we wanted to. Go to Legoland. Who knows? I mean, it's completely open for us. And this is a rare event for us because in the past, I've only ever really had the opportunity to take 1 week off at a time. And now we have essentially have 3 months together. Long Beach Island is a recommendation. We went to, was it Wildwood last year? The hotel, or the motel, I should say, it wasn't fantastic, but I mean, it sort of is that way. It's really not that expensive either, and just traveling there is so easy, especially last year when Clark was as young as he was. You don't want to spend an incredible amount of time on the road. That's why I'm thinking if we do any kind of beach trip that is pretty far away, if we can break it up into legs where we kind of we travel to Virginia and do something in Virginia and then we stay the night. And then the next day we go to, just keep kind of making our way is kind of what I want to do. But then I have obligations here, like I have my chickens and stuff, which I'd have to have someone watch. And most likely we couldn't take Roxy with us. So that becomes another thing that we have to get my in-laws to watch her. So having animals kind of is the only thing that's kind of holding us up a little bit. Knoebels, yeah, we'll be going to Knoebels quite a bit, I imagine, this summer. We're also going to Del Grosso's. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of that, but it's sort of another amusement park, mainly for younger kids, from what I understand. Knoebels also has a entire water park, which I'd like to do that as well. I'm going to be taking Clark to the pool quite a bit, I think. It's going to be an epic summer. So again, if you guys aren't subscribed to Greg's World, that's where it's all going to be shared. In fact, the truth is Greg's World is going to pretty much be my focal point here over the summer, and Brickitect is going to kind of be the secondary thing. Brickitect is going to be the thing that I work on when it's raining out or when it's dark or when the weather isn't good enough for me to be doing something else. Do I play Five Nights at Freddy's? No, I've never played it. I've never watched anything on it. I kind of know the characters. It's just never something that I've gotten into. I've really started thinking about my gaming situation lately and whether I want to continue with it or if I just want to kind of hang up video games, because I find a lot more enjoyment out of things where I'm making videos. So I think the only way that I'm going to game going forward is if I start recording it, and I can find some value in it by recording it. So I'd like to start with the Lego movies. I need to figure out what technology I need to start doing that, like a capture card and how to record it, and whether I should live stream it while I'm gaming or if I should record it and then upload it later, just like a highlights type thing. I'll have to figure all that out. But maybe that isn't the thing to do in the summertime. But I'd like to do that ideally when Clark gets a little bit older. That way he can play along with us. Am I going to build the Rocket Rally car? I don't have the Rocket Rally car, so at this point, no. But I will once I buy it. I intend to buy it. It's on my list. No more every day for summer. There will be videos every day. It's just not going to be recorded every day. I'll be making a video here, not tomorrow, but the following day that kind of outlines that. So you are going to be getting videos every day. They're just going to be done a little differently to kind of free up the time that I need to take advantage of what I have here. It says if I come around New Jersey, let me know. There's some really awesome places: Seaside Heights, Long Beach Island, Ocean City. It's a dry town and a very family town. That's what I'm looking for. I want a place that you can take kids to. There's kids on the beach. I want, like, you know me. I'm not a partier. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I just want a nice chill place that we can go and have a good time with a little dude and not have to worry about anything dangerous. You should make a channel called Extra Tech where you make train vids and gaming vids. I'm not, at this point, I have no plans to make another channel because of just having to wait for YouTube for the monetization and stuff. Like, I have no doubts that I could hit their goals that they set. It's just waiting for that it's a nightmare. Like, I've been waiting to get monetized on BrickTech Live since March, and now they're telling people that it may be the end of June. So I think it's best to consolidate your efforts into one channel at this point if you have to do it. And if you are thinking about maybe going off into other content, it makes sense to do things that are somewhat related. Like, I feel like I could probably do some train videos on BrickTech. I don't think people would be too crazy, or they wouldn't be too upset about that if I were to upload a train video every once in a while. But it's when you get obsessed with things like me and live streaming that people are like, wow, okay, you've gone too far, and that's why I had to create this channel. Am I open for collaborations? I suppose. I've never really been approached with that. I don't know what a collaboration would look like or what that would entail. I mean, in terms of live streaming with people, I certainly do that, so you can consider that a collaboration. I don't think I would actually do it like a video collaboration because I don't think our content really translates to anyone else's or how that would work. But in terms of streaming with people, I do that. So what else can we talk about? We've talked about Philly Brickfest. We've talked about summer plans, which really aren't nailed down. What I would love to do, though, I'll just wrap it up on this while you guys kind of come up with another topic to move on to. I would love to get some type of RV, like a small one, like a little Winnebago or something like that, and I would love to take that and go all over the place with Roxy and Clark and the missus and just travel all over the place with the ultimate goal of maybe going to Yellowstone and staying there for like a month. Maybe I could do a Lego build on some epic location there. Something like that. But then with RVs and things that you buy, it comes a lot of trouble and maintenance and repairs and expenses and insurance and all that. So sometimes when you buy things, it becomes more of a burden than it's worth. Because I would probably travel in the summertime, and then 9 months out of the year, that thing would just sit. And, yeah, I'd still be kind of having to worry about it. So, here's something I want to address. Speaking of live streaming too much on BrickTech Live, when will you be live streaming again on when will you stream again on BrickTech again? Coming soon. You'll watch my video, not tomorrow, but the following day. I address some things that I plan to start changing on BrickTech. All for the positive. Oh, you enjoy the Philly videos. Thank you. What do I think of the 2018 summer sets? For everything that I've seen so far, I like. The thing that I'm most excited about, and this is something that I've wanted forever, is the roller coaster. Absolutely stoked about that. I will buy that at full price. For sure. I don't say that very often either. When it comes to paying full price for Lego sets, I typically wait for 20% off, but I feel like that one's going to be one that it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to pay full price for it. Clark is going to go crazy with that roller coaster. The sad thing is it kind of trumped the little pirate roller coaster that's coming out as well, but I'll get both of those. The Creator Pirate roller coaster. I don't know what the official name of it is. That's what we're calling it right now. But man, 2 roller coasters in 1 year, you can't beat that. Am I building any sets soon? Yeah, I'm always building sets soon. I always have something that I'm going to be building. In fact, tomorrow you're going to see a build. We build. You guys saw we bought Tow Mater, the little Mater truck. We ended up building that night in the hotel, and I recorded the whole thing. It was like 16 minutes to build it or something like that, and I'm editing that video down to make for you guys. Clarkman helped me out with it. It was fun. It was something to keep us occupied while we were, before we went to bed or whatever, after we got done in the pool. I Dig Brick says, because of watching you and your backlog, I spent $300 plus on 15 sets. Which roller coaster? The $100 or the 380? Both. I mean, I'm going on both roller coasters. Not going on, but I'm going all in on both. Some behind the scenes show and tell footage. Yeah, Clark man hilariously was calling the hotel show and tell. Show and tell. I wish I could have recorded at the pool. We had such a fun time in the pool at the hotel. There was these two kids that were in there. They were like 8 years old. The one kid's name was Max, and the other kid's name was Nick, I believe. And they were, jumping in and having a good time. And Clark, they accepted Clark so well, and they were so nice to him. And he was kind of jumping too. I was catching him. And then they wanted to race him, so I was kind of holding Clark up as we went through the pool. And I brought my GoPro to get footage at the pool, but I just thought it'd be weird to be to like be filming while you're in the pool with other kids, and like their mom was in there too. So I didn't want to do it. I don't know how they would have felt about it. I think I try to put myself in the mind of someone that's like not filming things all the time. And if I was in there with my kid in the swimming pool, especially if I was a woman and there was a guy in there with a camera, I think I'd be weirded out by that. But it could have been some really awesome footage and you guys would have loved it. But alas, I didn't have the courage to do it. Bertolot says he was going to talk me into buying both roller coaster sets. Yeah. Oh man, Lego Freak says too tired to go in the swimming that night. We had so much fun in there. We were probably in there for about an hour. The water was a little cold though. Yeah, Maniac says fair enough not filming at the pool. Understand would have done the same. Yeah, one of those things. If it was just us, if it was just me, Clark, and the missus, which is unlikely at a hotel swimming pool, I would have been filming the heck out of that with the underwater camera. It says Berkdolot says you could always ask permission and give them your YouTube channels. They would understand you're not a weirdo. I don't know. I think that'd make it even worse. Like if they knew it wasn't for personal purposes, like just for me filming Clark in the pool. I think if they knew it was going online, especially since like if it was just the kids in the pool, but the mom was in there too, I don't know if she'd be down with that. So that's all right. I had the memory for myself, and I was able to enjoy it without filming it. That's one of those things. That's one thing I kind of regret about Brickfest is I was filming so much that it kind of. I mentioned this even before I left that I struggle with this. It kind of takes you out of the moment when you're there, and it's weird how sometimes when you're watching videos back when you're recording like that, you see things that you don't even really remember seeing. Like I've done that when I filmed in stores before, when we've gone in there like searching for things like Lego stuff. In fact, my biggest regret is. What was it at Toys R Us? What was supposed to be my last trip to Toys R Us until Brickdolot tricked me into going and buying the Porsche. We were looking at the Thomas stuff, and there was one set in there. It was the Sodor set. It's just an epic set. It's like $100 set, and it was like 40% off. I don't remember seeing it in real life. When I was editing the video, I saw it, and I was like, no. Man, do I use iMovie? Yes. It's so easy to edit. And I don't do any crazy edits. I literally just splice my stuff together to make it coherent. So that's what I use. Does Clark travel well in a car? He did. It actually worked out so well. When we were driving there, it's about a 3-hour drive or 2.5 hours. We stopped for lunch. Clark was awake during the first couple hours because we left at like 10 o'clock or something. He was awake the first couple hours. We stopped and got lunch. As soon as we got back in the car, he fell asleep for like the last like leg of the journey, I'll say. So it was like a perfect nap for him, which he desperately needed. And that's why our time at Philly Brickfest was kind of cut short because Clark man was definitely getting tired there at the end. Oh, here's a good question. Which Fallen Kingdom sets are you getting? Hopefully all of them. I'm a Jurassic Park fan. I'm hoping the new movie's good. I'm like debating whether I should watch the movie before I buy the sets because like it would suck if I bought the sets and the movie's terrible, but I guess you could treat them as independent entities. But I want to wait for 20% off, and I'm probably going to get them all and probably do some type of epic Jurassic Park week or something where we build them all and have them on display. I love dinosaurs. So yeah. What are my thoughts on Lepin on a scale of 1 to 10? How bad would you say it is? And was there any Lepin at Philly Brickfest? I don't own any Lepin, so I can't really say. I don't like the fact that they steal ideas. I wish they'd kind of take a Mega Bloks route where they just manufactured the bricks and maybe bought licenses or made their own ideas. But why make something when you can steal it, right? Hate to say it, but you need a cameraman. I actually thought about that. Before we left, I was like, I wish I had somebody that was going with us. I would say a friend, but I don't think a friend would want to do this. More like an employee that would literally just film me and my family the entire time we were out. That would be awesome. So if you want to be our family cameraman, I'm taking applications. But yeah, that would have been fantastic, because then I could have captured all the things that I didn't get to capture, like the times when we were meeting the fans and the people that wanted to talk to us. I couldn't film that because I was obviously engaged with that, but that would have been cool to capture. Oh man, I'm missing a lot of chat here. Let me get caught up here. Does that include the 2 Duplo sets? No, not the Duplo sets. I don't want the Duplo ones, but I'll probably get the junior one, I think. Bricked-A-Lot says, if I had been there, I would have done it. That would have been cool. Why buy something when you can steal it? Clark would love that advice. Exactly. That's what I'm going to teach him growing up. Don't ever do anything valuable, and don't ever buy anything when you can take it for free and steal it. And then I'll visit you in jail. Oh, we got a lot of people volunteering to be our family videographer. That would have been cool, though, at least for that event, to have someone filming it. Also, when you're the cameraman, you're not really able to be in the video unless you kind of turn the camera on yourself. But it just doesn't work out as well as having a cameraman. Maybe someday I'll be big enough that I can be like, I will pay you to be my personal video dude or woman. Or am I teaching the GTA way? Oh no, it's all in joking. I'm hoping to do a good enough job that Clark comes out as a decent human being. So far, so good, I think. What made me come up with the name Brickitect is kind of do something between like architect and you can't use the word Lego, so I was like brick. I want to do brick something, so Brickitect is what I like, what I came up with. I came up with a really awesome name. Like there was one day, it was before I did one of these live streams. In fact, I came up with a really awesome name, but it completely left my mind, and I have yet to think of it again. It was like brick something. It looks like the 20K contest will be the cameraman contest. That's funny. I see your comment about your email. I'm not going to check it during the stream. Thank you, though. I think with parents like Clark, you've been an awesome person. Thank you for that, Bricked-A-Lot. You're very kind. At the very least, I will create a kid that has a bigger YouTube following when he turns 18 than pretty much any kid that I can think of, and maybe Clark can do that for a living if he wants to take that route. Maybe at that point he'll be so tired of making videos that he just will not want to do it. I fully expect Clark, though, to get interested in it, like making the process of making videos at some point, and I'm so excited to see what he does. Like I hope he vlogs. I want to see the world through a 4-year-old Clark's mind and eyes. I think it's so cool. Like, what does a 4-year-old talk about? We'll find out. Nathaniel says, should I live stream the build of the tumbler? I'm waiting on 2 pieces. Sure, why not? If you're going to build something, you might as well live stream it, right? Okay, just check the email after the live stream. This must be some really important email. I hope it's like the winning lottery numbers or something, because I saw your message like 4 times now. And you're telling me to check it, so it better be something amazing. Don't let me down on this one. Yeah, Maniac says maybe have him record and you can edit the footage. That's probably what we'll start out with. I'm going to let him do whatever he wants to do with the camera. I'm probably going to give him my GoPro. It seems like the most logical thing. Give him the GoPro. Let him go wild with it for a day. Plug it into the computer. I'll cut it into a decent video. Kind of show him how to do that too while we're doing it. Maybe that'll come later. And then we'll have a Clark vlog. Brickdalot says, the April Fool's joke costs way less than half retail. Finally got to see the live stream. Agree, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Not a fantastic build. I still have it built. Clark likes it. I was debating whether I should shelf it or if I should take it apart. Clark enjoys it, though. He enjoys these Batman sets. Tom says, here's an idea. Tie the GoPro around Clark's neck and do a day in the life of Clark video like they used to do with dogs. That's something I still haven't done. I still haven't done a Roxy video where I put a GoPro on her. I was going to do that and play Frisbee with her and see how that turns out. Yeah, it might be Clark's World. I don't know if it'll be Clarkitect. It'll be Clark's World because I don't know what he's going to do. Imagine if Clark had to start a channel right now, it'd be a Thomas video channel, or it'd be like a train channel. It'd be like his channel would probably be called Trains and Cranes, and it start featuring Clark, where he shows all of his favorite trains from Thomas and talks about the most recent episodes of Thomas, and then throws in a couple of hooks here and there. Lepinatech says, from your advice, Greg, why buy your own stuff when you can just steal it? That's how I got my name, Lepinatech. Yeah, you stole that from me. You thief. Lego Freak says, it's Gordon. Gordon is fast. Clark says, he's a fast engine. He says it about everyone. I try to ask him who's a slow engine, and he doesn't really have a response. So apparently all the engines on Sodor are fast engines. I'll tell you one genius move that I've made is replacing all the batteries in all of his Trackmaster trains with rechargeables. Now instead of going through like 500 batteries a day, I just recharge them whenever the train starts slowing down. Genius move. So if your kid, if you do have kids and they ever get into trains and they have like 50 Trackmaster trains, which is an exaggeration, go on Amazon and buy some rechargeable AAAs and you'll be all set. Clark has so many great one-liners. Oh man, does he ever? We even say him here, like some of the funny stuff Clark says, and some of the things you just have no idea where it came from. You and Brick Czar at Philly should have made a Brickitect Czar. I wanted to go as Brickitect Czar. I don't think it really translate in person. You kind of have to do like the video, but it would have been pretty cool. Speaking of Brick Czar at Philly, I'm surprised that they don't pay him to go there. It's like his entire table was just flooded with people the entire time, and I don't know how many people actually went there just to see him, but it's one heck of a draw. So like to have him actually pay to be there seems kind of crazy to me. I feel like if anything, they should just give him like free, give it to him for free to allow him to be there. And I would say the same thing for a lot of the YouTube personalities or people that have a following there. You would think like obviously people know Brickstar is going to be there. He's talked about it. He does like videos about it. Like you think they would be like, listen, man, we'd love to have you. Almost like a sponsorship. Like, come on in. You're the reason that people are here. And again, not just Brickstar, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people there that have quite the following as well that people attend for. So Lego Freak said, I mean, I went mainly to see Brickstar. So what is that worth to Philly Brickfest? Is it worth giving him a free spot or paying him a little bit of money because you are making quite the commute to get there? I kind of feel that way. I thought about that when we were driving home. Brickdalot says they'll never pay anyone to go there because it becomes an endorsement, and if something were to go wrong, then it would come back on them. Well, that may be the case, but there certainly is some value in having someone like that there. So how about giving it to him for free? That's technically not an endorsement. Maniac says, would be nice. Has some history being there too. Same with Bubba Bricks, who has been there all 5 years, like a seniority or tenure. Yeah, totally. So Lego Freak is planning to display next year. Sorry for the pause there, guys. I'm just waiting for something interesting to happen in the chat. Yeah, the R2-D2 was pretty cool. I think Clark really enjoyed that. I don't think he knew what to think of it. I wish he would have been out of his stroller, because I think he probably would have ran. He probably would have ran away had he been out of the stroller. Mr. Goldfish says, that part where video where Clark attempted to go behind the red curtains for a closer look cracked me up. Yeah, Brickstar commented that as well. When you're 3 years old, you don't know boundaries. You just you go right through them if you have to. And if there's a roller coaster there and you are a roller coaster fan and also a train fan, you're going to go through that curtain. You need to have an actual fence set up for little dudes like that. But yeah, Brickstar was very kind to Clark, let him play with the trains and, you know, kind of get a little closer look there and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I am happy that Clark didn't knock anything over. That would have been a little devastating, I imagine, for not only Brickstar and They Might Be Bricks, but also for me. But it would have made one heck of a video. Could have made the video titled, Clark Destroys Brickstar's Philly Brickfest Setup. Emotional. Cops called. Kicked out. Nathaniel says, I have 30 collectible minifigures from series 9 to 11. Would you like them? They're just sitting in a box, and I'd rather have Clark play with them than just sitting there. Sure, I mean, if you want to send them, I don't know what the cost of that would be to mail. It's going to be, I don't know how much do they weigh? 30 of them? I don't think it'd be that much. That would probably necessitate me buying more tape for the minifig wall, I bet. Tom says, Clarkzilla destroys Philly Brickfest. News at 11. That would be a good title, too. Clark destroys Philly Brickfest. And it wouldn't even be clickbait. Wouldn't have anybody crying about it. I like this part, too. I mean, I guess my favorite part was when Clark met Michael and went from being completely normal to having no idea what to do and being really shy. But Bricked a lot liked the part where Clark kept looking at Brickstar to see if he was watching and placed a dinosaur on the table. That was funny, too. I saw that when I was editing it, and I just thought that was hilarious. He kept kind of peeking to the side to see if Brickstar was looking. And he put the dinosaur down. I think he was trying to get it so the train would hit the dinosaur, but didn't quite get it that far. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was a tough time keeping him from touching the display. That one especially. I think the best thing that you can do there is just kind of take him into the areas where he can build and play. That was pretty cool that they have that. That's what he wanted to do. The OW left the. If you guys can see the chat, OW left the best title that I could have had from Philly Brickfest. Lego Freak says Glow Zone was really fun. Yeah, that was the coolest thing visually there, I think, was the Glow Zone. I also like that other area. I don't think I captured it in my video, and I regret that, but where they had all of the white things that they were building, and it was really this really cool area where people build all these little mocks out of completely white bricks. That was really neat. Maniac says, I like the post bricks are made of Clark playing with Cranky. I didn't see that. Was that on Instagram or was that on YouTube? I must have missed that. Bricked a lot. Yeah, he says, Should have stayed all weekend. Brickstar would let Clark destroy/play with the coaster after everyone left. He actually commented that. He said that a lot of people were asking about us on Sunday and that they could have used Clark's help in dismantling everything, which he would have had a lot of fun doing that. Oh, on Instagram. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and look. I've been keeping up with Instagram, though. If anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, I try to post pictures there regularly now, or photos. I've had my Instagram for, almost 5 years now, and I just started posting there like a month ago. So I post like usually video thumbnails or any relevant things like that. I've been trying to take more photos because of it. I've always been a video guy, and photos have always been secondary because I always thought, why would you want a single frame of a video when you can just be recording the whole thing? So I'm slowly transitioning back into photos somewhat. Yeah, I've been posting a lot. Yeah, today I posted 10 things on Instagram today because I was like, I found all these little cute photos from Philly Brickfest, and I feel like, well, if I'm going to post on here, this is the most interesting thing that I could do. And I'm happy to have those photos too. I like looking at other people's stuff on Instagram as well. It's like I always said, the only social media that I'm really interested in is YouTube, but I'd say a far second, and the only other one would be Instagram. I really have no interest in any other social media than that. Could someone do me a favor and block Freddy Ninja, one of the moderators? I appreciate it. OW says it's fun to start arguments on Instagram. Yeah, I've never argued with anyone. I try to leave comments sometimes on there, though. I notice most people don't leave comments. It's weird. Even like listings or posts with a lot of likes or whatever, I don't see many comments on that. I don't think most people want to type. They just kind of look at it. Yeah, my Instagram is Brickatect. It's just Brickatect. Freddy Ninja has been banished to the realm of the dead. Thank you. As much as I love someone asking about or commenting on Five Nights at Freddy's every 25 seconds, I'm kind of over it. So, were you there when I was at Philly? Lego Freak helped me try to find you, and you were nowhere. I have no idea. We were there from like 11 a.m. to like 2:30 or 3 p.m. So we were probably there while you were there, I'd imagine, if you were there on Saturday. Have you ever counted how many minifigures I have? No, I haven't counted them. I just keep adding them to the wall and adding more tape. Oh, Papa Bear's here. Welcome, Papa Bear. The man from Japan. I have yet to watch your next episode of your desk builds. I saw it was up. I've been really bad about actually keeping up with videos lately. I barely watch anything. OW says, I don't really want to bring it in here, but are you planning on getting more Star Wars sets? Possibly Yoda's Hut and possibly Han's Speeder. Those are the two that I would probably consider. They're not high on my list. In fact, they're probably almost at the bottom of my list compared to other things that I'd like to get. Like I made a video earlier this year of the sets that I want from the first part of this year, and now I'm like really looking at the Jurassic World sets. So they're much higher on my list, and that's probably the route I'll take. But I plan to make a lot of videos this year, so I'm not ruling anything out. But yeah, you can ask that. That's not a problem. The Star Wars fans I noticed are probably the most vocal about building Star Wars sets and things like that. Richard says, as I meet more and more people on YouTube, it gets harder and harder to keep up with videos. It does. In fact, I've pretty much resorted only to watching videos of people that I actually talk to and know. I really don't watch anything outside of that. And even that's hard to keep up with. It's a pretty decent time investment. Weapon Attack says, I noticed the past 2 weeks I realized I haven't made a featured comment in a while. Yeah, I'm getting away from the featured comments because in the near future there won't be an opportunity to do featured comments. Because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm gonna be batching my videos, and there's gonna be a whole video about this. I actually recorded it earlier tonight about some changes I'm making to my channel with the warm weather coming. And obviously with summer, we've talked earlier in this stream about travel plans and things. It's not going to be possible for me to make the videos that I've been the way that I've been making them lately, or like this entire year. So the way that it is now, I get up in the morning, I record a video, and that video goes online that afternoon. That takes time, a good amount of time, and that pretty much burns the good part of the day away. So going forward, I'm gonna be making videos when it's convenient for me, and I'm gonna be, kind of scheduling them out in the future. So I won't know what the comments are on a video when I'm making the video for the next day. So there pretty much won't be any featured comments going forward. It was fun to do that though, and I do enjoy it, but again, it only works when you do it the way that I was doing it. And I'm pretty sure there's no other person, not only in the Lego community, but there's probably somebody on YouTube that's doing it, but I don't know of anyone that actually gets up, makes a video, and records it, edits it, and uploads it within a 5-hour time frame. I'm pretty sure most people schedule them, and most people don't go at the rate that I do as well. So, but yeah, I am going to continue posting every day. It's just I'm going to make the videos when it works best in terms of time. Like if we go traveling for a week, I'd like to have 7 videos already made that are going to go out that entire week. I don't have to worry about making videos. And you guys have already started to see what I'm doing there just in the videos here this week. Like the video that I uploaded today was actually recorded on Saturday. The video that I'm uploading tomorrow was recorded on Friday. The video I'm uploading tomorrow was recorded on Friday. So I'm kind of getting ahead. Keep on Legwing says, I do that, except it doesn't even take 45 minutes. I haven't seen your videos, but there's no way that what I do could be done in 45 minutes. Maybe the editing part could be done in 45 minutes. Maybe the recording part could be done in 45 minutes. Like, do you realize what I do? We come down here, I take a set off a shelf, we build that set, we talk about the set briefly, I take all that footage and I edit that, what could be 45 minutes, maybe more, down into an 8-minute video through editing, and then I upload that video. So like how you're doing that in 45 minutes, I'm assuming it's nothing like what I make, but if you're doing that in 45 minutes, that's really impressive. I could make a video in 45 minutes if this is what I did. The set's already built, or maybe actually this. Hit the record button and hit the record button again when you're done making the video. That's how you do it in 45 minutes. You literally do no editing. All you do is you hit the record button, you talk about what you're doing, you maybe I don't know how you could build a set that fast, depending on the size. I suppose you could. And then you hit the record button again, then you upload it. But I'm telling you, people don't want to watch that kind of content. People don't have time to watch you fumble around and not have any, YouTube is a very fast-paced area. If you're not doing something every second that's interesting, they're looking on the sidebar for something else to watch. So, I would recommend taking your 45 minutes that you're doing all this stuff in, and I would probably not do that anymore. That's just my opinion, though. Okay, so you're saying that you don't edit and you don't build the set in the video. So I think that would probably be easily done then. Again, my videos are a little more in depth than a lot of people's. Most people, they do reviews, so the set's typically already built. They kind of just talk about it, which it's easy just to sit and talk about something. I've been doing it here for 46 minutes. and then you edit, or I guess if you don't edit, you just hit the stop button and then it goes online. So that's pretty easy to do. Am I gonna have a chat about how I edit and stuff after I learn? Yeah, we can do that. Maybe I should show you how I edit my videos. I could do a live video on that probably. When are you going to start building the Porsche? I'm going to be doing that on like the weekends when we do like our live streams with other people. You need to make longer vids because it means more Brickatech content. My goal is to try to make my videos as short as possible. I want to make them as concise and as entertaining, and I want to pack as much stuff into as shortest period of time as I can. That's my goal. So again, YouTube is a place where people don't want to invest a lot of time into any one thing. I mean, maybe super fans do. That, people, I imagine there's a few people that if I made a video that was 30 minutes long and really not edited at all, people would probably watch it. But the vast majority of people, they want something very, very crisp, clean, and just done. Let's see. How do I see my channel changing as Clark gets older? Well, I see it changing quite a bit just as soon as I get done with my backlog. I'd like to get away from the, constantly building sets to more like we build a set and then I take that set and make something else out of it. I'd like to become more artistic and do mocks and stuff. That's what I envision for my channel going forward. I'd like to do more of my own things as opposed to kind of cranking through, but I keep buying more sets, so I don't see that happening for a while. But as Clark gets older, I picture him kind of, if you're asking about Clark specifically, I picture Clark getting more involved in the process, maybe, like he'll start building as well. I don't know. I guess we'll see how things go. He'll obviously be going to preschool and then school, so I'll probably be making videos, when he gets home, and maybe that'll be something that he looks forward to when he gets off of school and he gets to come home, we make a video together. So I'm a graphic designer. I wonder what software you use to create your iconic logo. Photoshop. I don't like to give away too many secrets because there's already enough copycats that have stolen my idea for my logo and are using it now. Ginblade says, I will not change my content unless it is needed. Yeah, you'll find as time goes by though, your tastes change, and you kind of just change as a person, and you change as time goes by, and you make content that my recommendation is make content that you want to watch, and then people will find you, and you'll probably have like-minded people that want to see things that you make. So in your case, you like Ninjago, so that's the stuff that you should make. Unfortunately, right now, most of your fan base really isn't Ninjago fans. I would say there are some that came in the very beginning that are Ninjago fans, but most of them at this point aren't. So I would still stay true to what you're doing and making Ninjago content, but I think the most people on your channel probably want to see something other than that. Yeah, Maniac, I think you said it here. I change content if I grow into something or rekindle an old passion. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what you should do. Just do whatever you want. I think the worst thing you can do is try to make things that other people want, because then you're either going to get bored or burn out or not like what you do. So just make videos that you want to make, and if people will watch them, I'm sure. Because if you like something, I guarantee there's somebody else out there that likes something, and that goes for anything outside of Lego. If you want to make videos like about the most random thing in the world, if you do enough of that, people will watch it. Like, you've seen some of the weird stuff that's on YouTube. But I do think this, and this is something that my channel's weak in. I would try to find one thing and kind of like go all in on that, because you see my channel's all over the board. We do sets from everywhere. So it's hard to find that one very passionate fan base that wants to watch your stuff. Like if it is an Ninjago channel or a Star Wars channel or a Nexo Knights channel or whatever it is, it's nice if you can niche down into that item and then that is your thing. Like, all I do is Ninjago videos. Like, people know what to expect. My channel, you have no idea. I might do a Marvel set today. I might do a classic set tomorrow. I might do a creator set Wednesday. It's just, you never know. Maniac says, I got bored and burnt out, frustrated from reviewing Lego 9 times out of 10. The Lego I buy, I like overall, barely buy any for ranting. Yeah, I only buy sets that I love. Yeah, I think Bricked a Lot nailed it here. It says, your fan base is people are fans of you. I like to think that too. Like, I think I could make a video that doesn't even have a Lego set in it, and I think people would enjoy watching it just because they're not following the sets. And this is what I look for in videos, and I've said this so many times, and I just said it. Make videos that you want to watch. And like, for me, I don't really care what Lego set you're doing. I follow creators. I don't follow sets. Like, I'm not subscribed to your channel because you make Star Wars videos, or you make Ninjago videos, or you make Lego Friends videos. I'm following it because I want to know what you're doing and what your story is and what you enjoy. And I would say 90% of people don't actually share that. They share the sets. And those are the channels I have no interest in. Tell me about you. How was your day today? Tell me about why you like that set. Why did you buy it? What made you go to the store and pull it off the shelf? Did you get a deal on it? Did you overpay for it? What are your thoughts on it after you build it? Do all that stuff, but do it in one video. Don't just do the part where it's built and you have the camera on the item and you say, here it is, and it's got, this mini doll has 2 legs and 2 arms and it's got hair. Don't care. What do you think? Like, what about you? And I've talked about this so many times, and I hope someone listens to this and they change the way they make their videos, because so many people in the Lego world, and I started my videos this way, you try to do it the way that all the big guys do it, and obviously I'm not big, so maybe what I'm doing is wrong, but again, I think it's better to build something around yourself than it is around an item. I sound mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm just passionate. I'm passionate about something like that. This says, the cool thing about my channel is I don't do anything in particular. I make different videos such as animations, mocks, news, and all of my subscribers watch anything. Yeah, that's cool. I think it's good to have variety too. Again, do the stuff that you want to watch. Don't make videos that you think people want to see. Jinblade says, I prefer my viewers like Ninjago. People can be people. Yeah, I think most of your subscribers at this point just want you to do the group chats where they can listen to you and other people talk. So that's why I think you see a dip in your Ninjago videos, because most people aren't there for that. And your channel became popular because of these group chats. So I mean, I would like, if I were you, I would just stick to that. But if you have a passion for Ninjago, it certainly makes sense to keep making Ninjago videos, and those people will come around as well. Nathaniel says, my bad, just recounted 32 minifigs. Would you like all the base plates as well? We don't necessarily use the plates for anything, so I wouldn't really need those because we put them up on the wall. Is Mrs. B going to do more sets? You'll find out in, let's say, 36 hours. The update video is coming. Making some changes around here, and I think they're all for the positive. I think I said in the video, I think 98% of people are going to be really stoked about what I'm doing. 2% of people aren't going to be stoked about it, and those are the people I'm going to hear from. So I'm anxious for that. Today someone commented in a video saying they subbed to me. I'm so happy they didn't ask for a sub back. Yeah, those spammy comments. I get a lot that are just like, can I get a shout out, shout out, shout out? They go to my spam folder, but I see them and it's like, ugh. Jim Blade says, we were talking about the streams earlier. He says, group chats aren't my content. I just can't do that. I prefer to do like Ninjago type videos with others thrown in the mix. Yeah, you should try to get into that. Maybe this stream should be Ninjago focused. Like I gave you the recommendation that you should do like a episode recap of each Ninjago thing, instead of, doing the group streams as like the primary source of your content. I would do Ninjago videos with some streams mixed in with Ninjago content, like episode recap, or let's have a whole stream about the blue ninja, as Clark would say. Just to do a stream about that where people can talk about it. I think if Ninjago is your passion, which it is, I would say make nothing but Ninjago content and kind of go away from doing the just general Tuesday night streams. Even as much as I like being in them, like I would think your channel would be stronger if you were to and go in the direction that you want it to go into if it was primarily focused around Ninjago. And I think that's a great idea. Because then you would kind of weed out the non-Ninjago people. They would kind of go away as you focused more on that. And then the Ninjago fan base would come in even more, because you're not only doing regular videos, but if you're talking about Ninjago in a stream, I think maybe there probably aren't many people that are doing that, I wouldn't think. But you got to do something to kind of get your channel back into Ninjago, because I think we all know that's where your passion lies, and I think you need to make it like a correction back into that. But you need to be the driving force behind it. You need to be like the leader of the Ninjago discussion. Maybe find a couple other people that are like Ninjago enthusiasts too, and bounce it off them. Like if you found 2 other people that were like just hardcore Ninjago people, man, I think almost having like a podcast type thing, if you were to talk about episodes with them, would be awesome, or whatever topics. But the easiest thing and the most relevant and the thing that people are probably searching for is probably the episode recaps. All right, let's move on. That's enough of Greg's advice about channels. Take it or don't take it. That's just my opinion. Should we wrap this up or keep going? I feel like this has been going on a long time. We're just about ready to hit an hour. This has been a very all over the place late night radio show. Keep going, it says. Okay. I am plumb out of things to talk about. I've been out of things to talk about since before we started. Other than talking about Philly Brickfest, and I guess a little bit about kind of what transitioning that we're happening, or what's going on here. That's about all I got. Lego Freaks advice. If you want to create a Lego channel, then do it. The community is truly amazing. I agree with that. I have like 18,000, 19,000 subscribers in this channel, and it has a way stronger community than what Greg's World has at like 60-some thousand subscribers. So I mean, it goes to show you kind of like if you focus on one item, and especially with Lego, there's a lot of people that are into that, and it's really cool to meet those people. And when you share a common passion, it's so easy to talk to people and kind of discuss this similar things. I can't. Brickloss says summer sets. Can't really talk about summer sets. I don't really look at photos. I see them as they pop up on Instagram from what BFab was sharing a little bit here and there. But yeah. Heck, I still haven't really bought any sets from 2018 yet, hardly. I have a couple. Oh, that's a nice comment from Seth. Says, keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. Watching you got me back into building with my kids. Never grew out of it, though. Have I ever thought about using a Discord for a community chat? I'm technology illiterate, so no, I really haven't thought about that. Wishing we go to Tokyo Brick Fest. Oh man, would that be awesome? I'd like to just go to Tokyo in general. Jacob says, "Why don't you ever send an invite to Google Hangouts?" I don't do Google Hangouts anymore. I don't do Hangout streams. I think what works best for my content is either when it's me or me and Clark or me and Mrs. Brickitect, and just for the fact that the quality is a little better, I can set a thumbnail. It just works. Having the other people on, unless I'm building like the same sets, like I like that. I like when we all build the same thing, like we did with the dragon that GTG was doing, like the little poly bag. That was cool, but I don't feel like it adds a lot to the video when you just have other people. Like if you're building something and you have other people in the background talking, without them even building anything or not building the same set, I just don't think it works very well, at least in my opinion. I think there is a place for that. Like I think like Lego freaking Ginblade do that well, where it's just the whole purpose of the video isn't to really show anything Lego related, but just to have conversations about whatever pops up. But my style is I like to be building something or doing something or accomplishing something in my streams, and that's what works best for me. So I hope that doesn't come off as like rude or anything. It's just my honest feelings on it, and I think you can probably understand where I'm coming from there. Do I have any advice for a college kid wanting to get into YouTube? Yes. Stay in college. Finish that out if you're already doing it. Start making videos. Make them regularly. Try to get better at it as you go. Don't worry about getting started if you haven't done any videos yet. Just start out and do what you can. And, people slowly trickle in at the beginning, and then just keep getting better at it. Find your niche, whatever works for you and your style. And, it'll eventually turn into something. I mean, it may take a while. I've been making videos in Greg's World since 2011. I cringe to go back and watch like the first 3 years of videos. So be prepared for that. But maybe you'll be better than that. I don't think I'm very good at making videos. I'm not good at being on camera. I'm a much better writer than I am a speaker, but I really enjoy the act of having a camera and like the making the video part of it. So it's that passion that drove me in, but maybe you'll have a different experience than what I will. But yeah, just stay consistent and stay at it and share who you are. That's the most important thing. And AWM asks the similar question. That's my answer right there. Says Greg, you should do a video on how many sets you have in your backlog and how many minifigs you have. It would be a cool video, like an update. Yeah, I should. I just put the Marvel sets that I bought in the backlog. It's the backlog shelf's getting a little full. I need to start getting some stuff off that. Oh, Reese is here. I haven't seen Reese in a long time. Ryan says you should consider small group videos. They're really interesting, even at the loss of quality, hearing more opinions, but the normal 8-person thing is chaos. Yeah, it does get chaotic for sure. I think the ideal number of people to be in a group stream is 3 to 4 is the most ideal. But again, I think there's a time and place for that, and the time and place is when it is just a group discussion. Brickdalot says, I watched the first Bricktech video. It was great as far as editing and stuff, but based my opinion, I would have never known. But if I base my opinion off that, I would have never seen some great videos. Not sure what that means, but you have to remember when I made my first Bricktech video, I'd already been making videos for 2.5 years on YouTube, so I knew a little bit about it then. But I would still say that was some of my bad videos. Should get the Death Star. Lots of minifigures for Clark and a fun set overall. I've considered the Death Star. There was a time that I considered that to be like a really awesome set and one that I really wanted, but if I had to choose between that and Ninjago City, which I did, I made the right decision on that. I think Ninjago City is a better set. Just don't burn yourself out, Greg. No, I'm far from burning myself out. When you're, I'll say this: when you're doing what you love to do for a living, you don't get burned out. Like, I love making videos. I love it. I love live streaming, as you can tell. I love every aspect of it. I like the making of the video. I'd say the least favorite thing is editing, just because of the time that it takes. But I love making the video. I guess I do like the editing a little bit. I consider that one of my hobbies, considering I do it so much. I think I've edited a video every single day for at least the last 6 months, 7, 8 months maybe. At least one video I've edited every day. I like hitting that publish button. I like getting the immediate response. Like, it's addicting. It really is. When making YouTube videos is addicting, because it's just like any other drug. When I'm not speaking from personal experience, because I'm not a drug addict and I've never really done any drugs, but like, when you can be addicted to anything, though. Let's just be honest. It's like when you do that thing and you get an immediate response and it's like a positive thing, and you want to do it again, it really gets to you. So yeah. Do I have any advice for a 13-year-old YouTuber? Just as a 13-year-old YouTuber, based on the content I already have. Again, be consistent. Share what you want to share, and be yourself and share yourself. That's it. That's what I do. That's all I do. Be consistent. Share what you have. Share who you are, and be yourself. And that's, I think, something that's really special. Like, the people that I'm friends with, and like, I'll even say this about Bricksar, and he could probably say the same thing about me. When you meet people that are doing what I just said, when you meet them in real life, it's just like meeting them in the video. You already know who they are. Like, if you met me in real life, you already know me. There's no act here. It's just me. OW says, Greg, the community I've created with your friends is great. I got to meet some cool new people and gained subs as well. Yeah, pretty cool. It's kind of crazy. Like, I trace it all the way back to, I guess, when I first started getting heavily involved with with I Build with Bricks. Gave him that shout out and boosted him up, and then watching one of his live streams got me into live streaming, which is crazy. And then that live streaming got me hooked up with Ginblade and Lego Freak. It all kind of happened around that. And then Bricked-A-Lot said that he lived like pretty close to me, and then we started talking to him and got him into live streaming. Or yeah, I guess he doesn't host them, but he attends them. And just like how this is all kind of created, and it's all happened through community. It's pretty cool. Just curious, Greg, what is everyone commenting on so that it shows up on your feed? All the comments I'm leaving are not scrolling on your display. I'm not sure why that is. Are you saying a particular word that I may have blocked? That tends to happen. I wouldn't think that you're saying anything I've blocked, but I can see your comment now. So, Scott's Toys says, your channel motivated me to share the time with my son, and that my son and I spend together currently. That involves a lot of Lego builds, but who knows where the journey will take us exactly. That's the way I feel too. I'm just as likely to get into Thomas Trains at this point if Clark's passion for that continues. Train Attack will be coming soon, I suppose, but yeah, it was one thing sharing time with, there was one thing making Lego videos, but when you add your son into it, or daughter, I suppose, or anybody, having that with someone else is so much more fun. So if you do have any kids, I mean, heck, why not do it together, So many parents, they don't spend time with their kids. So I want Clark to grow up, like, all he's going to remember is things that we did together. Let's see here. Did I meet M&R? No, he didn't go to Philly Brickfest, so no. Lego is not a blocked word. Have you ever watched Ninjago? We watched a couple episodes, the first 3 episodes, I think. Leppin is not a blocked word, no. Maybe I'll run to Knoebels this year. I'll be camping with my family for a week. Yeah, we'll be there, certainly. We're going to be going several times. See, full circle on this stream. We're going all the way back to plans for the summer. Yeah, Knoebels is going to be a blast. Nice thing is we live so close that I can pick just a beautiful day to go there. Camping vlog in Greg's World? Yeah, I plan to do camping vlogs, that's for sure. I don't know where we're going to camp. Mrs. Brickatech, she doesn't want to rough it like I do. She wants to stay in like one of the little cottages or something like that. I want to straight up just take my vehicle and take a tent and camp old school. Is this your first year unemployed over the summer? It's not unemployed, it's self-unemployed. I'm self-unemployed. Or you could say self-employed. I call it self-unemployed. I left my job last August, so this will be our first summer that we actually have together, and that's what I'm really, really looking forward to. So once, I think like the first or second week of June rolls around, we basically have 3 solid months to just enjoy together, and I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to get to do something that a lot of people don't get to do. And the cool thing is, like, everything that we do can become a video, and I can share that on Greg's World, or I guess that's going to be the place I share it because it's going to be non-Lego related. But it's cool to know that I can potentially make money from doing the things that we love to do anyway. It's a crazy position to be in. What vids can we expect on BrickTech to have while you're camping? Whatever I recorded the previous week leading up to that. So who knows? You won't even know that I went camping, most likely. Because I've determined it's not a good idea to broadcast when you're not going to be at your house. I kind of regretted doing that for Philly Brickfest, because you never know when people can find your address or whatever, and if you're like, hey, we're going to be gone for this next week, so come on over and break into our house and whatever. I'm not going to do that. So you'll know that I went camping when I come back and the video goes up on Greg's World. Take Mrs. Brickatech camping Evil Dead style. Should really think the cabin thing real quick. No, I understand. It's a little complicated when you have a kid too, and I'd like to take Roxy Bear with us, so that's why I think like a small RV type thing would be good for us. I should see what I can find used. I want something like reliable, like it can be older, but I just want something that'll get me around. And think of the money we could potentially save by not staying in hotels and stuff, just by taking that all over the United States and camping out in it. And I could take some Lego sets and make videos from wherever we have Wi-Fi. Could be a great investment. I consider that a business expense, buying an RV. Would the IRS, though? I'm not sure. I think it would be. I think that would definitely be a business expense, because I'm literally buying the RV so I can go make nature videos, which is the purpose of my channel, right? What camera do I use to make my videos? I use a Canon 80D, and I use an iPhone now for vlogging. I've switched over from a Sony RX100 Mark III to the iPhone, and I love shooting with the iPhone. The only thing I don't like is the audio on it, but you take the good with the bad. Yeah, if I were to get some type of RV, I would want one that's sort of like based on like a very small Winnebago, like based on a van style, where you kind of have like the sleeping thing above, like where the driver sits and stuff, and just big enough for us to kind of get around. And it doesn't need to be like this palace on wheels, and I don't want an RV that's like one of those huge ones. I just want some little small thing. But man, just think of the videos we can make with that. I consider that like I'm honestly thinking like in the next couple months, being that Greg's World is doing really well right now, it could really be one of the best things that we could do is buy something like that. And who knows where we could end up. Again, I'll throw a bunch of Lego sets in my RV and build them on the road. OW's going to sleep. Wonder if I should be going to sleep now. This has been going on for a very long time. This is going to be one of those ones that I don't think anyone's going to go back and watch, and I wouldn't recommend it. Do what you do, just with the camera on. Yep. Yeah, surprisingly, like I honestly believe, like speaking of cameras, I believe that within the next several years, like I think about how far that camera phone or phone cameras on phones have gone in the last several years. Like if you just think back, like even to 2010, think about how far the cameras have gone. Where are they going to be in another 8 years? I honestly believe the only cameras that will exist, at least for non-professionals, are going to be your iPhone camera. Like you're going to be your iPhone 16 is going to have a better camera on it than what my Canon 80D does right now. It's going to be fantastic. So, eventually it's not going to come down to equipment because everyone's going to have like one of the best cameras you can get. I mean, there are people who have better ones, I suppose, but like it's just going to come down to making stuff. Oh, I wonder if I should end it. Brickdalot needs to go to bed. Maybe we should end this here. Let's keep it going for another couple minutes. Any last minute topics you guys want to cover? We've covered so much here. This is definitely made up for me not doing a late night live stream in a while. Ludicrous Lego says RV would be really fun. Summer and spring is the best time to camp, especially in Pennsylvania where it snows a quarter of the year. That's for sure. Oh, man. See what I can find. I'm going to do some research online, see what I can stir up. Ginblade's going to bed. Good night, Ginblade. You're not going to miss anything. We're going to wrap this up here in a couple minutes. Are you proud that one of your videos in Greg's World has 1 million views? I think I have a couple of videos that have more than 1 million views. Crazy thing is our Easter video that we just did has like I just checked, it has like 260,000 views. And I was looking at the analytics and I just noticed that Greg's World is actually doing more views per hour than Brick Detect does in a day, which is in one, I guess almost in a half an hour, Greg's World is doing what Brick Detect does in a day. It's insane. I don't know what's going on with Greg's World, but it's going crazy. All these videos, all of a sudden YouTube's like, hey man, people love these videos and they're pumping them out like crazy. So I'm very thankful for that, YouTube. You might be buying me my little RV that I'm dreaming of. Just so awesome. If only that would happen to Brick Detect. Brick Detect is like it's just this tiny little nugget compared to what Greg's World is. Everyone's heading out. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't know what it is that works and what doesn't work, but I just find that just sharing what I have to share seems to be working out for me. And you can't do much more than that. So I think we're going to end it on that. That's my advice. We're gonna make this an advice video. I'm not going to be able to put a timestamp on this because I have no idea where we're talking about it at, but my advice to anybody, whether you're 13, whether you're 78, do what you want to do. Share what you have to share. Be yourself, be consistent, and share who you are, and you will be successful. It might take a while, but people will find you. People will embrace that. Even if you don't think they will, they will. So we're going to end on that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here for this very long late night live stream. We're going to be doing plenty more of these in the future. Hope you guys check back tomorrow for another Brick Detect video. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.